Just got back from HITEC in Indianapolis, eh?
Yeah, a lot of fun in Indianapolis.
Yeah, yeah.
We
I haven't
experienced
been
a
there
storm
in a
there.
while.
Like there was a tornado watch for a little bit.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah. We had the storm coming here last night. It's still like super windy, so it's probably the
uh,
same thing.
yeah, maybe. Yeah, just some wind and rain. That was pretty much it.
But that's a pretty good show usually. A lot of hotel hospitality stuff going on, right?
Yeah, technology and hospitality, right? That's what it is, high tech. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a show that we go to every year. Eddie and I were just kind of talking about that. That I've probably been to more than 10 of those.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe even 15. I don't know. I've gone to a lot of them. But yeah, so I would say the foot traffic, we had a good position in regards to like where the booth location was pretty good. Um, the foot traffic was lighter, but I would say higher quality opportunities. There's definitely opportunities for us out there. So
Yeah.
that was good. So, I mean, I walked around a little bit. Nothing to really speak to in regards to what's new. I mean, what's new with Ingenious is we have some Wi-Fi 7 stuff coming out that we didn't really talk about, but really more of on there's a lot of interest in our camera
Yeah.
with the Contacts AI. Um,
Contacts AI. Now, so the HITEC is more of a technology hospitality show, right? So there's like POS systems, Wi-Fi
yeah, a
systems.
lot of POS, a lot of PMS stuff.
Um,
Um,
Whereas that
yeah,
Aloacon that me and Eddie went to earlier was more like the owners of the hotels, right?
yeah.
Um, so this is more like the tech guys from the hotels, right?
The tech guys from the hotels. There's some MSPs that are showcasing there, and some system integrators that are walking the show. Some MSPs that are walking the show, and there's
Yeah.
hotel owners as well.
Okay. Okay.
Um, so there's those owners that do the tech stuff too, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, if
um,
it was in New Orleans, I would be there, but I
Indiana's
guess,
pretty nice. I did like Indiana. It kind of reminded me of Pennsylvania a little bit, so it was pretty nice. We had some really good food there, so that was cool. I mean, the location was nice. Downtown was cool. Um, yeah, so it was fun. The foot traffic was, like I said, it was light, but the quality of the people that we talked to was pretty high. I would say there's opportunity. I guess I should say not the quality of people, but
yeah.
there was projects that they were working on, like putting up new hotels. So um, that's where we came in, and our whole thing is to like my my thing, or I guess my pitch to them is like, hey, we're providing you this sophisticated level of networking at a small, medium sized business like price point. And so that was kind of, there was interest there on top of, hey, we offer PDUs, we offer cameras as well. So that was a bonus for them. So
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, and a lot of the people at this show aren't locked into like one platform, right? They can choose the best platform for them for the Wi-Fi.
yeah, I would say like you mentioned at the other show that they're locked into a particular vendor. This
Mhm.
show not necessarily locked into a vendor. I would say that there were some boutique like hotels, like not small ones, like larger ones that weren't locked in, but they had a single owner that had like three hotels, right? So they weren't
Yeah.
locked into like a particular brand. But what's interesting, what I heard is there's a little shakeup happening with some of those bigger brands. So you know, there's a lot of brands like us that we'll step in and we'll help out, no problem.
Well, I hope none of the brands that I'm affiliated with are having any shakeups because I like all my brands. But no, that sounds like a cool show. So probably a lot of Wi-Fi 7 stuff going on. And what about millimeter wave? Did you see anything about that? Because it seems like it's going to be perfect technology to integrate in with the access points, like radar.
I did not see. No.
Okay. And not for data particularly, but for like location awareness. Like, so if
Yeah.
they
So
build
that.
like a radar sensor into the AP, they can tell if the room's occupied, right? And do something, turn the power off if no one's there, right?
So I did have two conversations I recall around that idea, and there's a company out there called Relay, and it's
Yeah.
basically a device that staff wears, and if somebody gets hurt or falls or
Yeah.
they could detect that through Relay, and so and I want to say they were communicating that Relay system communicates on Zigbee, but I could be wrong about that. It could be what you're mentioning. So
Yeah. Well, yeah, the millimeter wave radar, it does do fall detection too. So, I mean, it's just like, it's not just a presence sensor. I have a company LinkedIn link that sent me some to test out, and it doesn't just say that someone's there, but it like watches what they're doing, the movement through the space,
yeah.
right? So if that was built into and it's just a tiny sensor, if it was built into the access points, I think it'd be way more valuable than having like Zigbee or Bluetooth built in, because we haven't seen those additional sensors really do that much, right?
No, not as of right now, anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they've been on some of these access points for years now, and I personally haven't seen like a great reason, to have Bluetooth on the access point, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
I think the big thing, my takeaway and what I've heard from people were looking at property management software and POS kind of software was a
yeah.
big thing that I
Okay.
noticed. But there was
Yeah.
a little bit of what you're talking about. I do recall talking with two people around that idea, or what that
And
they were
and you
thinking
said
about
there's a lot of
implementing.
interest in the AI cameras. So did you have any additional demos going on with those?
No additional demos. We had the cameras there. I did demos on the Ingenious Cloud to give them an idea of what we can do. You can deploy a large scale property or
Yeah.
properties, and then you can dive down into a single room and troubleshoot that room. And this is how you would troubleshoot that room. So that was of great interest. They really liked the interface and what you could do for sure. They
Let
like
me
the
ask
fact,
you. Go
obviously,
ahead. Go
they
ahead.
like the fact of license free. And then I did talk to like, okay, entry point is license free. A wall plate access point costs you $149. You can ramp up into Pro, and this is what Pro gives you. So there was a lot of interest in that. So they thought that we were very competitive on price points on hardware and on the licensing side. So
Oh,
that
for
was good
sure.
feedback. Yeah.
And the cloud functionality. I mean, the way the cloud works, it
Yeah.
makes it so easy, and there is no license required.
Yeah,
Plus,
definitely.
plus the warranty. A lot of people were interested in the 5-year warranty, also, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was a surprise to them that we were offering a 149 wall plate, because I think everybody's now grasping, all but a few, I should say,
Yeah.
are grasping that you need Wi-Fi in every room. There's people that are like, oh, I want to do it down the hallways, and we're like, no, you don't want to do that at all. But yeah, they were surprised we were doing 149 price points on wall plates with a 5-year warranty, operating on the cloud solution. So
For sure.
it was a big deal.
Cool. So it sounds like a good show. Let me ask, how did you put the sideboards? Did you put the camera one up so people would see it, or the Wi-Fi one up?
What do you mean?
Well, because like at the Logicon, we changed around the way the sideboards work, because people were walking in and like seeing the camera one, and they thought you were just selling cameras, right? They're like, oh, you sell
No,
cameras.
no, no, no. Oh, so we didn't have banners. That's what you
Oh,
mean.
you didn't? Okay.
No, no, we had a banner, and then they told us that we had to take it down because it was blocking the other booth. So we took it
Oh,
down.
okay.
But for me, that's just it was just cleaner. We do have a new booth design that we did that looks really, really sharp.
Yeah, I gave you that idea.
Yeah, you designed that whole thing by yourself. It was amazing.
I gotta get some props for that. All right. Well, sounds good. Glad to have you back. Did you get the latest Tesla update?
No,
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
I just, I just
you're
got,
gonna have it. Like, it has some cool things in there. Like,
I just
you
got
know,
in at 11:30 last night.
you got to
So
update that Tesla. It's gonna have like some new camera views and stuff, and some warnings for the if you leave the trunk open. You're probably getting pushed it pretty soon. Um,
I hope so. Just really quick about that. I keep getting the same update.
okay, I've seen that before.
I've probably got the same update 6 times now.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they do it. They push a point update that almost it has the same exact, release notes.
Yeah.
And they'll push it like a few times. Like maybe there's bug fixes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But how about, did you get an invite from Tesla to the Robotaxi event this weekend?
As always, I always get the invites
Yeah,
from them.
yeah.
No, I did not get that.
I got an email that said I was not invited to the Robotaxi event. But no, I guess on Sunday they're gonna like give rides around Austin in the Model Y Robotaxis.
Oh, is that right? That sounds.
Yeah, it's like all over the news today. So that's pretty interesting. But what I hear is, so no one's gonna be driving, right? You're gonna ride in the back like you were calling an Uber or something.
Yeah.
And that rear screen finally is gonna have some functionality. You feel like stop the ride. It's gonna give you
Oh,
some
that's kind of
options
cool. Yeah.
on that rear screen where you want to go.
Yeah, there's this other company out there, small company called Waymo.
Waymo, yeah, they're
Been
Waymo.
doing it for some time now.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys know Waymo. I
Yeah.
think Waymo is expanding into New York City now. Like I saw, they're trying to catch up to Tesla, or they're way ahead of Tesla, obviously. In
Yeah, on the
taxi game.
self-driving taxi side, yeah, I mean, they're definitely ahead of them.
But
Yeah, but in California, we burn those cars down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like any self-driving car, you're gonna have to
We're gonna burn
put it
them.
on fire when you're protesting, right?
Yeah,
But yeah,
we're a very dry state. We're gonna burn these cars.
the Model Y robotaxis, that you're gonna sit in the back, and no one's gonna be driving in the driver's seat. There's going to be a safety monitor like in the front passenger seat, right?
Oh,
So I don't know, maybe they're gonna grab the wheel because something.
is that legitimate though?
Yeah, it's legit. They're gonna have somebody in the passenger seat just to show that the thing's driving itself, and it's gonna be in a geofenced area, right? So like
No.
they're like avoiding intersections and any like sketchy areas. So we'll see how that goes, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to be the first one in there.
And that's
anyway.
happening in Austin?
Yeah, this weekend.
Yeah, that's crazy. Austin is like, the traffic there is a nightmare.
Yeah, I want to
So that's
see.
gonna be interesting.
I want to see where their route is, where their fenced in area is. Like, is it gonna be like around the factory? I briefly visited the Gigafactory in Austin, and there's like nothing around there. It's like off a highway in the middle of nowhere, away from the city. So yeah, they could give rides around there probably forever without having any issues. I want to see if they go into the city, go to the airport or something like that, right?
Yeah, in the city, I mean, there's a lot of traffic in Austin. I mean,
For
I
sure.
remember, going to a show there, and it's packed.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's always packed, but
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
it's a cool city though.
Yeah.
And you're heading to Texas too. Like, when are you going?
On Monday, I just got back last night from Indiana. Now I'm going to Houston.
And what's that show?
That is the Broadband Community Summit.
Okay.
Never gone to this one, so this is the first time going. So that will be interesting.
So you may be selling some point-to-point stuff at that, it sounds like, huh?
No, you would think that. You would assume that for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's point-to-point opportunities there, but this is for like the MDU space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like apartment complexes, student housing, senior living. So yeah, that's it. It's around the multi-dwelling unit.
All right.
industry.
Well,
So,
we'll have to see how that is. We'll talk about that next week. All right, guys.